The video you're about to watch is actually a small excerpt from a much longer video I did a while back, basically entitled, "Why Didn't They Tell Me That Before My Transplant?" If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below, or maybe even consider going over and watching the entire video in its context. I promise you there's a ton of information there that you'll want to hear about. Lacey Stevens says here how heavy I'd get from the steroids. And yeah, I think many of us can kind of feel her, and many did chip in with information about that. And yeah, that's the truth. You know, this corticosteroid prednisone, I call it the devil's drug. I've done a ton of videos on that. If you want more information, I'll put them up here in the corners in the description below. But that particular drug does cause weight gain. It causes extreme hunger in some of us, which can be a good thing early on, because when you come out of surgery, sometimes you lose your appetite, you lose your taste buds. That wasn't even mentioned here that I recall, but that happens too. And so sometimes you need the motivation to want to eat and to want to move forward in life and such. But man, you can pack on the pounds quickly with that, particularly the dosages we are often on. I've seen examples. I've been on 65 milligrams several times a day in the early stages of that. And until that comes down to that, what we call the maintenance dose of 5 milligrams, or thankfully I've been off of it now for almost 7 years. It continues to happen, and you kind of get in that habit and you pick up weight quickly. Now, I actually, believe it or not, I actually lost 25 pounds on prednisone, but there's a little secret to that. I had 25 pounds of fluid on me at the time of transplant, so I lost all that fluid off while on prednisone, and thankfully I was able to maintain even while on it. But that's something you just have to really work through. So I feel for you on that, and we've all kind of share in that one to a point. Now, one of the things that adds to that, at least to that feeling of being heavy, as she said, it is the moon face that can come. Sorry about that. The moon face that can come with prednisone sometimes, or most of the time, and that gives you that look of a chipmunk, you know, like Alvin the chipmunk, and really makes you feel uncomfortable and sometimes self-conscious. And again, that often does come down with those steroids. When they come down, it comes off, and that kind of helps with that feeling of being heavy. But that is a part of what we deal with sometimes. Now,